Hey everybody, how are you? I am Nicole Atnip and I am a director out of Mount Juliet, Tennessee. I'm director of the Bomb Squad, and I'm here to chat with you guys today about Hostess, what I'm calling them goodie boxes. So we're talking about parties and a new party style that I am using. And apologies, you guys, like I'm dirty. I'm not feeling that well. My kids are sick because they're slimy monsters, and we're going on 5 weeks of sickness in my house. So apologies, but what you see is what you get with me always. So, but there's still work to be done, right? So we're talking about parties. And this week I am actually getting back into parties. So if you watched my previous video where I was talking about party packs that I am calling goodie bags that I am sending out to my party guests, I touched a little bit on just how burned out I am about parties in general. I have kind of taken like a hiatus from them for the past year. And I think it was just a lot of things, like a culmination of a lot of different things and being very busy with all the stuff going on that I just was like, I'm done. I'm not going to do parties because they're not bringing me joy. They're bringing me more stress than it's worth. The whole implementation of me using Visly, I think kind of enabled me to be lazy with parties. And I got away from that personal aspect of what I love about parties and what I used to love about parties. My parties weren't as successful as they used to be either. So there's a lot of different things, and Facebook is the devil. I'm thankful for it in so many different ways, but then also it's tough. As you know, if you're watching this, you're probably a direct seller and probably in Scentsy. And if you've ever had a Facebook party online, there's a lot of things working against us. There's algorithms, there's keywords. That's a whole nother training for a whole nother day. Talk about all the things that make our posts flagged. But they are not there to celebrate direct sellers. They are there to celebrate us being social on social media, right? That's why it's called social media. They want us to be there to be social. So they want us engaging. They want us talking. They want us commenting and liking and loving and sharing and all of the things. And we get rewarded when we do that. And we get bumped higher up in people's feeds and algorithms and all of that. So all of that to be said, I got away from doing parties because I was just exhausted with them. And I have been watching a lot of different different style ideas, and I have picked things from things that a lot of different people have shared to kind of create my own thing in my VIP group that I'm about to try, or I'm trying right now. So hopefully it goes well. I'm going to try it through the holiday season, and so that I'll at least have like a good chunk of months to evaluate before I just call quits, keep going, whatever it is. I want to make sure that I do it long enough. But those are going to be block parties. So like I mentioned, this is not something that the idea that I came up with. It's just a lot of different ideas that were shared that I just kind of like picked a few here and there to kind of create my own thing and to make it authentic to me and to put my own personal spin on it, which I am always preaching. Please, please, please do that. It's going to be what sets you apart and what makes you special in this organization. So if you ever watch any of my training videos on YouTube, or if you're in my group, or if you are, follow me on Instagram or wherever it is, and you see something that me or another consultant shares, take the idea if you decide you want to run with it, but personalize it and make it your own. There is nothing tackier, I'll say tacky, that I personally think as a customer of another company, when I see, somebody with Pampered Chef and they're all sharing the exact same thing 50 times, or someone with Saint makeup and they're all sharing the exact same thing. I'm not talking about products, right? We all have the same products to share, but when they're all using the exact same verbiage, the exact same posts, the exact same stories, all of that stuff. So again, I say this a lot in all my videos, and I'll say it here. How can you set yourself apart? So if you watch my previous video, I mentioned that there, and I'm going to stress that big time before I show you this Hostess kit, which is what we're going to be talking about today. So block parties are in general, basically what they are is you're going to be having multiple parties at one time. But what I'm doing is I'm doing them inside of my VIP group, which again, didn't create that idea. I'm just kind of compiling a bunch of different things to try to make them work. So the reason I want to do it inside of my existing VIP, first of all, I have way too many groups, and I keep creating groups and keep inviting other people to the groups and the parties. But I find that a major disconnect in parties are the crossover that after the party is over, how do we get them to come over to the VIP, to your VIP group? And then become like a, ongoing customer, even if they don't purchase. So I also have to have one party starting on a Monday here, or even if I start them all on Fridays, it's just constant, just group, repost. So that's where Visley came in, but I have a love-hate relationship with that. So I just started thinking, I've watched some other people who have done this successfully. And I said, I think that's genius. Why don't I have my parties in my VIP page? But personally, for me, I didn't want one to be going constantly all the time. I didn't want to have a party that started on a Friday for Amber, and then the next Friday it was going to be one that started for Patty, and then the following Friday have it be one that started for Dawn. Like that, I feel like I didn't like that. I always try to put myself in the shoes of what I would like being in someone's VIP group. And I feel like I wouldn't like that as a customer of someone else. That would annoy me to constantly have a party going on. So then a friend of mine shared how she does a block party, and she did it in a separate group that she created, but it was multiple hosts. So you've probably heard like Battle of the Hostesses, that type of a thing, except for this is not a battle. There's no competition going on, even though I've heard a lot of success with the battle aspect of it. But this is just a block party. If you've ever lived in a neighborhood that has block parties, everybody shows up, bring a dish, everybody hangs out. You put up some chairs and tables outside, and there's multiple people all bringing food, hanging out, celebrating whatever you're there to celebrate. So that's kind of the idea with this. So my goal is, and what I'm doing is I'm doing 1 week each month where all of my hosts that want to host in May, they'll host a party during that week. And then in June, all of my hosts that want to host a party, they'll host during that exact same week. So we're calling it a block party. We're going to have multiple hosts at the same time. It's being hosted in my VIP page. I'm hoping, and I've already had success with this, so it was really, really exciting to see this kind of come to fruition, is that my other VIPs that are in my group that maybe have told me no in the past or really aren't positive if they want to host, they're going to see how easy it is to be a host. They're going to be like sitting back here like, wow, look, she's getting all these rewards. Her friends are showing up. She's getting this awesome hostess kit, all of these goodies. Like, I want to be a host. And then hopefully they'll sign up when I open up the signups for the following month. That's my theory behind it. And it actually today it worked. I posted a picture of these hostess kits that I'm sending out to my hosts, and not 5 seconds later, I had a customer that was like, hey, are you going to be hosting these parties in your VIP group? I want to take a peek. I don't know if I really want to host like yet, or maybe at all, but she, at least it got her curiosity going. And if she reached out to me that quickly, then I know there's other people in my VIP group that are maybe thinking the same. So they can just sit back and kind of watch how much fun we're having, how easy it is to be a host. And then hopefully they'll reach out to me and say, hey, okay, I want to sign up next month for June. So I'm recording this in May of 2022. So I right now am working on my May block party. So I posted signups and I said, I'm trying this new thing. I created a graphic for it on Canva. I said, I'm trying this new thing. It's going to be a party that's hosted right here in the group. Don't get worried, VIPers, though. You probably won't even notice that there's a party that's going on, because a lot of the posts are just going to be general posts that I need to get better about doing anyway. I find that the longer we're consultants, or I won't actually group anybody else into this except for my own self. I find that the longer I'm a consultant, the further away I get from the basics that got me to where I am, right? Like tutorials and going live and just sharing fragrance and just talking about the fun things. And while I'm so appreciative for all the LTOs we have coming out, sometimes it tends to put me in I have to just sell. I got to let them know when the next thing's coming out. So I think that the theory behind this is that it's also going to make me be more disciplined. So when I'm posting in my VIP group, I'm not going to do the old traditional, like, hey, everybody's here for this person's party and this person's party. And, let me talk about every single category that we have and all that stuff. They don't need all of that information. They're getting it elsewhere. I'm just going to be there to share tips. I'm going to go live and do a quick little live about cotton cleanups and changing their wax. I'm probably going to go live and just show me filling up my bathtub with Scentsy soak. I'll obviously talk about the LTOs if they're coming out, but I'm going to be talking about that anyway in my VIP group for my VIP people. So the party people will see it too, right? So that's kind of the whole idea behind it. I will do a follow-up video to let you know how it all went. But that's the theory about how it's going to go. It's going to be, I'm thinking about a week long. I still have to create all of the posts, but again, it's just going to be sharing. I'm going to put a little thing down at the bottom that says, if anything here catches your eye, hop on my link, and it's going to send them to my link tree. If you want more information about how I organized my link tree and doing my bulk party pack mailers that I make up at the beginning of the season, they're the same for everybody, but then my link tree has personalized party links. You can go ahead and that's on my YouTube. It's in another training video. But yeah, so that's the idea behind it. We're going to do party packs, so people will be able to get scented stickers, nice cheap party packs. And then the other thing that I'm offering to them, so I'm very big on spoiling my customers, incentivizing them. I know I am motivated by incentives when Scentsy says, hey, look, I'm going to dangle this little piece of candy in front of your face. Let's see if you move your butt a little faster, and it works. So if I like it, I'm sure my customers would like incentives too. So I incentivize them. I offer them a free mini warmer of their choice when they host a qualifying, that's most important, party with me. And that's exactly how I phrase it. When you host a qualifying party with me, which is $200 or more, you get your choice of free mini warmer. If it's a customer that I've had for a long time, or if they ask me, I don't really want a mini warmer, can I get this instead? Like a fragrance flower, mini fan, whatever, I would totally do that as well. And I utilize the perpetual party reward to purchase that for them, which becomes unlocked once they hit $200 in sales. And the other thing that I offer them, in addition to obviously that I just mentioned, and then the host rewards, is the hostess gift. So I'm calling it the Hostess Goodie Box. And I let everybody know publicly, because I didn't tell them what the contents was. I just said, hey, you're going to get a Hostess Goodie Box for signing up with me to host a party. And then, so I am getting this together and I'm mailing this out to them for them to receive before the party starts. Now, again, if you're watching this and you're like, God, this just sounds like so much. This is exactly why I'm doing it once a month. This is exactly why it's going to be a block party in my VIP group for the same time every month for everybody, because I can bulk make these things up. If I know that every single month I'm going to have 1 week where all my parties are happening, I can plan for the week before to get out hostess boxes, just like I do with scent crates or Christmas things or goodie basket, whatever it is, anything else like that I plan, I can plan in advance. If my parties are always in the middle of the month or whatever I decide to do it, I can plan in advance and just make a system out of it. It can just become part of my routine, because I know every month that's when my party is going to be. Even if I only have one person, guess what? Still taking place. And if I don't have anybody, we'll probably still just have a VIP party. I'll figure out some way to just say this month is going to be a VIP party, and I'll figure out a way to spoil them in a compliant mystery hostess thing. So all of that being said, let me show you what is going to be inside of these hostess gifts. So again, I cannot stress enough that I encourage you to be authentic with this if you decide to do this, okay? Take your spin on it. If you are just starting out, or even if you've been in the business for 15 years and you don't have the funds that you want to dedicate to this in the same way, you don't have to. You don't even have to send this out. I am choosing to do it just because I think it is a fun way to get the host excited, and it is encouraging them to tell their friends, hey, you should host a party. And to me, that's gold. Those contacts and encouraging those friends, that's what we want. Is not, the party is wonderful, right? And it's great because hosting in my VIP page, now they're adding their friends to my VIP group. But those contacts, that's what I want. And I want it to be a domino effect where when one person hosts a party and they tell their friend, then the next person hosts, and so on and so forth. That is how one of the best ways that you can prospect and fill up your pool of contacts of people. So the next time a join special comes around, you can bring it up. Or when you're doing block parties, you can ask them. That's the gold. That's the gold with parties, is the contacts and the people that you can meet from them. So that's why I'm doing this hostess gift, because I think it's just going to encourage people to just brag about it a little bit more. I know I would, right? Always think in that sense. If you were hosting a party for another direct sales company and they sent you a goodie box that looked like this, would it encourage you to post a picture and say, oh my God, look at what they sent me. This is so much fun. I'm having a party. Who wants to come? If it would, then maybe you should do it. right? So this is what is in here. What I am using, these boxes that I'm using, it's going to be a different size every month because I always have a couple of these corrugated like literature boxes left over from my scent crates. So I'll, this one's in this size this month. Next one might be in a different size. It's always going to be different. I create the document on Canva based off of the dimensions of the lid. So this one I believe is 10.5 inches wide by 8.5 inches in height. Okay. What it says on here is my hostess coaching spiel that I'm going to also message them to, but I take the opportunity to talk to them about hostess coaching. I want them to open this up and immediately know these are what your jobs are. This is what you should be doing. So it says, welcome to the block party and thank you for hosting. The contents in this box are yours to keep as an extra thank you for being a block party host. It truly means the world to me. There's a few things I ask of my host to be sure we maximize our time together to earn you lots of free goodies and half off rewards. Number one, goal. So I'm immediately putting out there that our goal is at least $200 in sales. That will earn you a minimum of 10% off, one item 50% off, and a free mini warmer of your choice as an extra gift from me. And then I italicized and I said, rewards increase as sales increase. 500 parties get free shipping to one location too. And I said, number two, share a picture of this hostess goodie bag or goodie box is what I should have said. So I'll change that on your personal Facebook wall. You get $10 in Scentsy bucks for every friend you refer to me that hosts a party. They will get the free mini warmer up at their qualifying party. So that's my referral program within parties, right? Because I always offer a free mini warmer to a host with a qualifying party. So that's what's in it for them. And what's in it for my host is they're going to get, I again created this on Canva, they're going to get $10 in Scentsy bucks, wax cash, whatever you want to call it. Okay. On the front, it's just my branding and it says $10 in Scentsy bucks. And on the back, it says refer a party host to me and earn $10 in Scentsy bucks to be used at their party. No limit on bucks to be earned. Redeem with Nicole at thescentedsouthernnhome.com. So my idea is when Dawn hosts her party next week, maybe this motivates her. Oh my gosh, if I refer 6 friends, I get $60 in free credit. Absolutely. Why would I not tell my friends about this? So I'm laying this right inside of the box and hoping that encourages them just to share it. You'd be surprised. Also, total side note. I will ask people like, take a picture of your scent crate, make sure you share it and even get a free crate. Get an entry for that. And sometimes people do it. So I try lots of different things to encourage and incentivize people to share. And sometimes they just get a rut and they forget to do it. So you got to tell them, like, this is a big thing I've heard all the time. And I hear it a lot more by like a lot of the direct sales and network marketer experts out there that will say like, you need to tell people exactly what it is that you want them to do. So if you want them to take a picture of this and share it, do it. If you want them to tell their friends to host a party and you'll give them something if they do that. You have to literally tell them what it is. So then in number 3, personally invite your friends to my VIP group to party. If you just hit invite, they may not see it. And let's be honest, who wants to get a party invite that way? Invite them how you'd want to be invited. And then when I message them to chat, I'll give them an example, like, make it sound like you, but something, informal and laid back, like, hey, I'm hosting a party, a Scentsy block party. It should be super fun, laid back. My, consultant's going to send party goodie bags. Let me know if you want an invite, whatever. I'm going to tell them to personalize each one of it so that it is personal. And then the last one is number 4, have fun during your party. Comment on posts, reply to your friends' comments, tag them in products that remind you of them. The more engaged you are, the more engaged they'll be. Any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. So again, I print this on sticky paper, full sheet sticky paper that I get from Amazon, and I fill up the entire lid of the box. So inside, it is just a variety of goodies. Okay, I've got paper shred that, again, everything on here is like leftover from scent crates. Excuse me, guys. So I've got the Scentsy bucks right here. Okay. I've got a little drink stir that I'm putting in these 4 that I'm about to send out for this month. Again, leftover from scent crates. I have the party pack insert that I'm going to be sending to all of their guests that request one. So I'm putting one in there for them, and I'm going to say, hey, inside of your host goodie box, you should see a paper that looks like this. This is what your friends and family will get when they fill out my link or on my link tree. Make sure you tell them to do this, so then they'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And then I've got like a little fun, like gold foil tattoo, again, leftover from scent crates, and then just a bunch of different samples. What I used to do back in the day when I did these kits was I used to list out exactly what the samples were I was giving them. Y'all, it was so stressful because I would like run out of something and I'd be like, oh God, I've got to print out this I got to redesign it on Canva, print it, restick it, remake it. I don't want to do that. So instead, everything I'm doing, my new system for all of the things is it's going to be general, but specific enough. So this is saying, hey, you're going to get this awesome goodie box, but I don't need to tell them what's inside because it's on each individual label. So then I could make up 50 of these at the beginning of the season and have them, which I'll never do, but like, let's be honest, I'll try. Won't ever happen. But in theory, it would be great to do that so that they were just ready to go out the door when someone signed up. Boom, I can send it out. And then each time is just going to be filled with whatever samples I have on hand. They're going to be deluxe samples. I'm not sending scented stickers with existing VIPs. If I get a new VIP, then I will send them wax samples, not in the summer, or scented stickers unless they just hosted a party with me and they already got them. But yeah, I've just got like little bottles of like counter clean in here. I've got an oil in here because I need to push oils more. I've got some washer whisks. I've got Scentsy soap, dish soap, a business card, a little drink umbrella, and then just some confetti. So that's it, you guys. That's what's going to be in here. Again, I'm sending this out to them before the party starts so that they can get this and post a picture and say, hey, I'm hosting a party that starts tomorrow. Who wants to come? We're sending out goodie bags or whatever it is when they post it online. So that's it, y'all. That's it. I talked about party packs. I went into detail about that on another video that is on my YouTube. This is Hostess kits and touching a little bit on the block party in my VIP group in general. I think that's it. I will do another training probably at the end of this month is what I'll try to do sometime soon, just to kind of talk about, hey, this is how the party went. These are my takeaways. These are the things I would try. But yeah, that's it. If anybody has any questions, you can post them in the comments. Let me know. Hopefully, however you're doing parties, even if you're not doing a block party style, whatever style you're doing, maybe consider trying out these Hostess kits if you want to just kind of spice things up, or even like the Scentsy bucks. Again, there's a lot of people out there that don't think that you need to do all of that stuff, and that's fine if that's not how they do their thing. But for me, this is what the feedback I get from my customers is that obviously we've built that connection. So that's why they stay loyal to me. But I have literally had customers who will shop with me instead of other people because I make it really fun. You know, you don't have to do these things. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You can just as easy get a bag and put half of that stuff in little baggies and send them out. And it would be cheaper to ship, cheaper contents, literally almost everything in there. Instead of that glass dish soap, you could do this right here, which is like a sponge with dish soap on it. You could do a bunch of samples in here, the Scentsy soak with the little flyer, the Scentsy bucks. You could even pop in the catalog if they don't have it yet. The confetti, you could still put this in there. You know, you don't have to invest in the box. Like you don't have to spend money. I'm doing it this way because it is literally stuff that I have here collecting dust anyway. And I need to get it out. So it's not costing me any money. But if you are doing this starting off and you don't have a lot of stuff, or if you don't have a whole box in your attic of like crafting supplies that like they need to go, like y'all, this stuff needs to go. I'm happy to send this out to people. Like, please get it out. I'm also really bad about making samples, bulk making samples at the beginning of the season and being very confident that I'm going to get them all out by the end of the season. And then the end of the season rolls around and I'm like, anybody want any samples? So I'm not doing that this season. And instead I'm doing this. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. If anybody has any questions about this, just holler at Talk to y'all later. Bye.